Howdy, howdy. Do you want to know how to fight against discrimination and hate? I'm known as Carlos the Naturalist, and I began writing this script sometime in February before all that has gone down. In my channel, I speak in defense of nature, but I do feel a responsibility to speak about our current time. I am not ashamed to say that I am an immigrant, but there is an ever-increasing hatred towards people from other countries and people like me. I am not a freeloader or a criminal, and neither are most of us. Since I was a child, my father has told me that my name and skin color will cause people to look down on me. He told me that I need to work twice as hard to ever even be seen, and he was right. I've been called slurs throughout my life, and people have often remarked that I am a smart Mexican because they presume that we are unintelligent. And even though I came here legally, this current administration has shown that I am not even safe from being sent to a torture prison. Other immigrants, like me, work just as hard and are not only beneficial but needed in this country, as proven countless times by statistics. But some politicians are much more fixated with arresting legal immigrants than they are about holding their own politicians accountable for being a national security concern. They are more fixated on colonizing other countries than they are with giving children in schools access to food. They are more concerned in arresting students protesting a genocide than they are about an unelected billionaire tampering with the fabric of government with a clear conflict of interest. I know we are in an extremely troubling point in our history, and while our country is in a constitutional crisis, this administration is favoring the ultra-wealthy at the detriment of the average American. I truly think everyone believes that there are issues within our government and reform needs to happen. Healthcare, housing, and food are a human right. But while our economy is crashing, the president is golfing. Many of these decisions are based on hateful emotions and irrational fear, rather than in scientific research and love for our neighbors. It is easy to be silent, but we mustn't be passive. It is very overwhelming, but we mustn't lose our vision. We have been able to disrupt evil before, and we can do it again. The truth in the matter is that we are going to be playing the long game here. I'm talking about months and years of work, and we need to be strategic about what we do so that we can do it for as long as we possibly can. In my opinion, the easiest things are boycotts. Money talks. And since capitalism is based on insatiable greed, that means choosing where our dollars go will impact how these companies will act. We have already seen many companies suffer from their dismantling of DEI programs with just a few weeks of boycotts. Now imagine months. What about years? With the internet, it is now easier than ever to find out if a company supports good causes. Over time, slowly adjust your buying habits to continue supporting companies that align with your views. Start with one or two places you frequent and look for alternatives that work for you. Then maybe cut out a more specific thing, like food products or items that you frequently replenish. This way, it's not a major upheaval of your routine, but a gradual change to your lifestyle. For a more direct approach, calling your representative is crucial. Many of these politicians depend on you for re-election. So, the calls they receive is a clear indication on where the wind is blowing. They are going to dictate their actions on getting re-elected. So, calls make it clear to know who's going to go out to cast their vote. Lastly, is going out to protest. It's a visual act that shows the number of people who are willing to stand up for what they believe in. I understand that this is not an option for everyone, as many people will have jobs and children to care for. But if you can come out, do so. These three acts are simple ways that we can begin to resist this crisis. But I understand that this list is not perfect. For example, someone may be living in an area where the only affordable option is Walmart. So, for those of us who are able to do these things, then it is the best way to have our voices heard. I will leave you with this. Remember to question everything, especially if it is something you agree with. Use critical thinking and listen to different independent sources. They can try to keep us down, but remember, Mom didn't raise no bitch. So with all that being said, I hope you learned something.